Congratulations, you're ready to go home shopping. The first person you need on your team is a trusted real estate broker. The first person you need on your team is your real estate agent. This person should be professional, should be trustworthy, should communicate easily with you, and should be someone that you can see yourself spending a fair amount of time with, because between showings and open houses and talking over your wants and needs, negotiating contracts, writing offers, and taking you all the way from contract to closing, this is someone that you interact with a fair amount. Next up, a loan officer. This is also a person who needs to be professional and trustworthy. They're going to be handling most of the finance side of the transaction. You'll meet them really early on as you get your pre-approval documents all set up before we go and start looking at homes. They're going to be giving you that financial range that we'll be working in as we go shopping. Using a trustworthy local lender is important because their name and reputation are on the line as well. And when they write up your pre-approval letter, they're signing off on it, meaning that when we put in an offer for you, the listing agent who is reviewing offers with the seller can look at that letter and go, this is a local lender, someone we can pick up the phone and call if there's an issue. This is a trustworthy source. As soon as you're under contract on a new home, that contract is going to get sent over to title and escrow. Now, normally the escrow company is chosen ahead of time by the listing agent and the seller as they're setting up the listing, but like anything else, that can be negotiated in the contract. You'll be dropping off earnest money at the escrow office within a couple of days after going under contract. The title department works behind the scenes to prepare what's called a title report and also sets up your title insurance. That just means that you know that the home that you're purchasing is truly owned by the seller, and any liens or debts or issues, they're called clouds on title, are swept away or cleared out prior to closing on the home. Your escrow officer balances utilities accounts, property taxes, makes sure that the seller's mortgage gets paid off, and collects all the documents together for the final signings. After going under contract, an inspector will walk through the home from crawl space to rooftop and check all the major systems, check for structural issues, mold, water damage, those types of issues with the home that might not be readily apparent to our eyes when we're touring the property. They'll often go through the property for 2 or 3 hours to prepare their formal written report, but they'll usually welcome that you come and visit towards the end so they can talk through some of the most apparent issues and answer any questions that you might have right then. Another professional who's on your team is the appraiser. This person is hired by the lender to go through the house and assess its market value to make sure that the lender's investment in the property is worthwhile. Remember the inspector that we spoke with a few weeks ago? Well, if any issues came up in the inspection report that you want to have dealt with, or if there are any renovations or remodels that you're planning to do on this property, you're going to need to contact a contractor, subcontractors, vendors, potentially the plannings and permit department of the city or county that the house is located in, to make sure in the due diligence process that the home is going to be able to be renovated or fixed to best fit your needs. It's best to do this fairly early on in the process, but sometimes the repairs themselves will happen as part of the inspection contingency, or there's something that you're getting bids on to be done after closing. This group of professionals comes together as a team at different points in the process to make sure that your home and you are a perfect fit for each other.